Hey everyone, welcome back. For this last section of Module 4, we're going to go ahead and talk about how we can control the page layouts using our layout templates. So if you're not familiar with what layout templates allow you to essentially control the rows and columns on a traditional widget page in Liferay. So the widget page is more of the traditional page where you can place your widgets and the content to be displayed in those widgets on the page. So our layouts are just determining what that grid structure is going to look like on the page. Now the way this is done is by taking advantage of the Bootstrap grid system. It has 12 columns and it's a fluid grid system, which means it's going to be responsive. So we can go ahead and build these layouts with different rows and columns up to those 12 columns, and it's going to respond on the page. So in order to easily generate these new layouts, we can take advantage of a sub-generator that comes with the theme generator. This just allows us to essentially use a visual representation of the layouts to see the layouts that we're building using these tools. So we can do things like specify how many columns are in a row, we can add rows, we can insert rows in between those different rows, of course remove, and then save our changes. So it's a pretty cool little generator that we can go ahead and use to very quickly create these layouts. Now templates can also be created manually by creating that FreeMarker file in a layout TPL project that includes a number of different classes and variables for our layouts. So for example, here we have some div classes here. We're identifying the size of the column within a row using the column medium class, so column medium 2, 4, 4, etc. Obviously, it can only go up to 12. So if we have 8, 10, the only thing we can do at the end there is basically add another column that is column medium 2. And then we are also within those columns using the processor.process column, and we're basically processing the ID for that column as well as the classes that we've placed in that div structure. So it breaks down pretty easily, pretty easy to read, but the easiest way to do this is obviously going to be using the npm theme generator. Now something else that you can do with your layout templates is you can actually embed widgets as well. So if you have certain pages that need to have a particular layout, and within that layout you're always expecting to have a particular widget included, you can just go ahead and embed that into the layout from the get-go. So when you deploy your layout template, it's going to read in and embed that widget. So this can be done using the theme runtime function, or you can go ahead and use the processor.process portlet with the class name and the action. So this is a quick example of embedding a widget. Specifically, it's going to be embedding the login widget or portlet. You can use those two terms synonymously. So here we're just using the theme variable with the runtime method, and it's just pulling in the ID for the login portlet. So anytime this particular layout would be placed on a page, you would have the login portlet always showing up in that column specified here. All right, so let's go ahead and summarize what we talked about here with page layouts or layout templates. You can go ahead and pause the video here if you want to think through what the answers are for these blanks. Maybe you want to write them down, and then we'll go ahead and walk through the summary together. All right, so layout templates allow you to set the rows and columns of a page and determine where content can be placed. Liferay provides multiple default page layout templates out of the box. Layouts can have any number of rows with 12 columns. Columns in a layout use the Bootstrap grid system to determine screen and column size. Layout templates can be created with the Liferay theme generator, or to be more specific, the sub-generator for layouts, or they can be created manually. And layout templates can have widgets embedded in them as well. So what we're going to do next to finish off this module is we're going to go ahead and walk through using that layout theme sub-generator. We're going to build a layout template together, deploy it, and we'll be able to see it within the Livingston Hotel and Resorts platform. So let's go ahead and get to that next.